Good morning again, comrades. And now we're in downtown Zhovid, the village that I spent every summer in 70s and 80s. As you see, it's 9 a.m. on Wednesday morning and not much going on. White building behind the monument is our local grocery store. I don't think they have a single customer right now, but we will be looking at this building. So this is the church, which now is closed because there was not enough people in this village to support the priest. So there was a church originally before revolution. After the revolution, they knocked the cross down and took away this building from the Russian Orthodox Church, and for many years it was a club. So there was a movie theater, they had a pool table, they had meetings there, and I went here quite often during my summer break to watch movies. So now it's transferred back to the church properties, but they didn't have it open for too long because there was not enough people to donate money to support a full-time priest. And here we have a monument to the fallen soldiers during the World War II. It looks like this village was freed from Germans in September 24, 1943. So this grave contains 21, there's a list of 21 soldiers and one major that died, and also 68 unknown soldiers. Which is kind of interesting because, you know, when you retreat and you lose soldiers, they could become unknown because you left them behind. But if you move forward, I don't understand how the soldiers could be unknown. But this is another monument to the fallen soldiers during the World War II, Great Patriotic War. And this is like a standard monument. I think they probably made them in tens of or hundreds of thousands because I see similar design all over the country. Back in the good old Soviet days, store at the left, that was a grocery actual store. And this on the right was so-called Selmag. So on the left was Selpo, on the right was Selmag, so that was selling, you know, clothing, shoes, whatever items of everyday use. And that's where I spent a lot of hours waiting in line to buy bread. That was a really basic selection of grocery items. Salt was in the bags, sugars was sold from the bags, maybe a couple options of cigarettes, a couple of options of vodka, bread when it's available, and a lot of canned fish. We never had shortage of canned fish. But otherwise, all through the 80s, it was really bare. And I remember a lady told me that usually they sold about 500 rubles worth of goods in this store, a hardware shop. New addition to our downtown is that little playground. Apparently some guy was trying to get elected. So he donated money and he planted, they've installed similar playgrounds in several villages around here, but he lost anyways. So our village actually has two monuments dedicated to the soldiers, fallen soldiers of World War II. This one is dedicated to the local villagers that didn't come back. So our village wasn't that small, wasn't that big either, but we lost a lot of people in the war. So there's a nine, wow, I'm bad with math today too. So we got 4 and 4, 8, so 10 boards pretty much filled with names. So that's the local men that never came back from war. So as you see, Soviet government haven't spent a lot of money on these monuments, but they didn't do much to support actual veterans that survived the war. This house sits abandoned for a long time. I remember taking pictures of this house probably about 10 years ago. It was already abandoned, and it's right downtown. There's a club. Now its club is there, village club. And no one is interested. Actually, it looks like roof is in really good shape. But logs probably getting bad. And right here next to it is the cellar. So that's how the usually cellars were built, like a little separate item building. And this is our shuttered post office. This is the building I came to pick up my parcels with bananas. If you listen to my story about bananas in the village, this is the place I came to pick it up. They actually even cut out power already. Wow. So they're trying to figure out how to save money with the villages dying out. So they decided it's too expensive to have a full-time post office person. So now it's closed, and I think it's open once a week for a couple of hours, something like that. But I'm not positive because there's no more. Oh no, powers go behind. Never mind. There are outside lights removed, but power's still there. I think it opens once a week for a couple of hours for people to get pensions. So it creates huge line even in this small village. Just like in Ushanka, this is Soviet era mailbox. Soviet symbol removed. In Russian letters, Pochta, repainted in Ukrainian style Pochta. So you can still, you know, it's kind of like ironic. You can still feel it, you can see still the letters, Russian letters going through it. Here you also schedule when they usually pick up stuff, but they erase it since there's no more mail being picked up out of this and an access door.
And if you love my channel and would like to show your support, please click on the link below this video and become the patron of the Ushanka Show. For as little as $1, you can help us grow and create the new interesting videos about the life in Soviet Union.